There are two key Eids, celebration festivals, in Islam, Eid ul-Fitr, which signifies the completion of the holy month of Ramadan, and Eid ul-Adha, the greater Eid, which follows the completion of the annual Hajj pilgrimage, at the time of Qurbani, sacrifice. Although Eid ul-Adha has no direct relation to the Hajj pilgrimage, it is but a day after the completion of Hajj and therefore has significance in time. The day of Eid ul-Adha falls on the 10th day in the final, 12th, month of the Islamic lunar calendar, Dhu al-Hijjah. The day that celebrations fall on is dependent on a legitimate sighting of the moon, following the completion of the annual holy pilgrimage of Hajj, which is an obligation for all Muslims who fit specific criteria, one of the important 5 pillars of Islam. The celebration of Eid ul-Adha is to commemorate Prophet Ibrahim's devotion to Allah SWT and his readiness to sacrifice his son, Ismail. At the very point of sacrifice, Allah SWT replaced Ismail with a ram, which was to be slaughtered in place of his son. This command from Allah SWT was a test of Prophet Ibrahim's willingness and commitment to obey his Lord's command, without question. Therefore, Eid ul-Adha means the festival of sacrifice. Depending on the country, the celebrations of Eid ul-Adha can last anywhere between 2 and 4 days. The act of Qurbani, sacrifice, is carried out following the Eid Salah, Eid prayers, which are performed in congregation at the nearest mosque on the morning of Eid. The act of Qurbani consists of slaughtering an animal as a sacrifice to mark this occasion in remembrance of Prophet Ibrahim's sacrifice for Allah SWT. This is also known as Udhiya. The days of animal sacrifice total 3 days, from the 10th to the 12th of Dhu al-Hijjah. The sacrificial animal must be a sheep, lamb, goat, cow, bull or a camel. The sheep, lamb or goat consist of 1 Qurbani share, whereas a bull, cow or camel consist of 7 shares per animal. The animal must be in good health and over a certain age in order to be slaughtered, in a halal, friendly, Islamic way. The Qurbani meat can then divided into 3 equal portions per share, 1/3 is for you and your family, 1/3 is for friends, and the final third is to be donated to those in need. The story of Ibrahim's sacrifice. The story of Qurbani states that Ibrahim experienced a dream one night in which Allah SWT told him to sacrifice Ismail his beloved son. At first, Ibrahim believed this was the devil playing tricks on him, and he immediately disregarded it. However, the following night, the same dream occurred again, commanding him to do the same. Ibrahim then came to realize that this was no fluke and was, in fact, a message from Allah SWT. Ibrahim loved his son, Ismail Yet he was fully prepared to follow Allah's SWT command and do as he instructed. He took his son to the top of Mount Arafat and brought with him a knife and rope. Upon reaching an appropriate place, he told his son about his dream and what Allah SWT had commanded him to do. Being an obedient son, Prophet Ismail immediately obliged the wishes of Allah SWT and his father and asked that his hands and legs be tied so that he may not struggle and that his father blindfolds himself so that he does not have to witness him suffer. Ibrahim did as Ismail had said. Blindfolded and with the knife in his hands, he did as Allah SWT had asked of him. When he took the blindfold off, to his surprise, he saw the body of a dead ram in front of him. Ismail was completely unharmed, standing right next to him. At first, he thought that something had gone horribly wrong and that he had disobeyed the order of his creator. Then, he heard a voice telling him that Allah SWT looks after his followers and that he need not worry. A divine miracle had taken place. Ibrahim and Ismail had just passed a difficult test from Allah SWT. Performing Qurbani. Since the first Qurbani Eid story, every year, during the month of Dhul Hijjah, the last month of the holy calendar, Muslims from around the world perform Qurbani to remember what Ibrahim did. We use his deed to inspire devotion, obedience, and submission in our own lives. Muslims sacrifice animals, preferably a goat, cow, or camel, using special rules and practices in memory of Prophet Ibrahim's sacrifice. Therefore, the significance of Qurbani is a lesson in obedience and submission. We must obey Allah's SWT command without pause. We must perform the tasks He has ordained compulsory for all Muslims, such as praying Salat, performing Sawm, paying Zakat, and embarking on the Hajj pilgrimage. May Allah, SWT, enable us to perform the Sunnah of Ibrahim, AS, year in and year out. Ameen. Due to the firm faith of both father and son, Ismail, AS, was replaced by a ram, and his life was spared by Allah, SWT. In the story, we must, therefore, remember that Eid ul-Adha is not just a celebration but a remembrance of one of the greatest sacrifices in history. As we remember the Qurbani story every year, and we remember the obedience, devotion, and submission that he showed on that fateful day atop the mountain, we think of the importance of the celebration of Qurbani and what we must do to honor it. For those wondering how to give Qurbani in the Uk, Muslim Aid can help. By giving Qurbani in the Uk, you serve those most in need and unite the Ummah in this time of joyous celebration as you follow a commandment that is blessed by Allah, SWT. What are the days of reward? Days of Reward is Muslim Aid's automated donation platform that allows you to split your generous sadaqah donations across the first 10 days of Dhul Hijjah, so you never miss the reward of giving on these blessed and sacred days. Dhul Hijjah is the 12th and final month of the Islamic year, and it is during this month that the Hajj takes place. The day of Arafat falls, Qurbani donations are made and Eid al-Adha celebrations take place. It is the holiest time of the year for Muslims and many choose to offer more sadaqah during this auspicious time of the year. Thanks for watching. Subscribe our channel.